our beloved CEO, Mr. Thomas G Mottackal. So let's all inaugurate this event by welcoming him to this hall. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and give him a big applause. All right, thanks everyone. That was awesome. Everyone please take your seat. Okay, so let's begin our event with an opening prayer. I invite Reverend Father Vijay Thomas to please come forward.
Let's start with a song that many of you know. Deva krubeya nyanasraiche avin varigale nyanarinnye അനുഗമിച്ചിടും അവനുടെ ചുവടുകളെ അനുഗമിച്ചിടും അവനുടെ ചുവടുകളെ. Heavenly Father, God, the creator of all things, who created us and gave us all, when you thought it was good, you came down and became one with us, and you gave us a parable, the parable of the talents. And in that parable, you told us that it is upon us that we should give and do with everything that you have given us. And so today we come before you, O Lord, in thanksgiving. For the last 50 years, Thomas G Mottackal has been working in your vineyard. And we pray, Lord, that this time as we give thanksgiving for these 50 years of service, we ask you, Lord, to bless him, his family, and all those who are connected to him. We pray for blessing upon all those who have helped him in his work to be who he is and to guide him in this place of all the work that he's done. We ask you to bless all those who have worked with him, all those he has helped, to give them a livelihood, to give them all the ability to earn and to live in this world. We ask you, Lord, to continue to bless him, to continue to serve the community in all the ways that he does. And as we come together today after a couple of years, we ask you, Lord, to bless this gathering, that through your grace and mercy, that we might have good fellowship today, enjoy each other's company, and to praise your holy name. We pray for all this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one true God. Amen. Thank you.
We now ask that Raj Daniel come to the podium to welcome everyone and start us off today.
Good morning. We can please find our seats. Hello again. We are so happy and proud to have all of you here today on this special occasion, celebrating Mr. Thomas Mottackal on a career spanning 50 years. I've known Thomas Mottackal for many years, and not just from the business world, but also as a part of my own family. Mr. Mottackal started working as a professional when he was 18, and for the last 50 or so years has had a career across the Air Force, defense, several engineering and management roles in various organizations in different countries and continents. The most recent 25 years or so, he has had his work base in the United States and has built multiple business enterprises, again, spanning several countries and on multiple continents. But even more than his business success, his hard work and persistence in building that success, we celebrate a man, his unique vision and his completely out-of-the-box way of getting things done. I'd like to share with you one of Thomas's sayings that I consider to be one of my favorite. It is a simple saying, but when sometimes faced with what may look like an impossible situation, it always gives me perspective. Thomas will say, the impossible must be done now, the urgent can wait for later, and there is a solution to every problem. So the impossible must be done now, the urgent can wait for later, and there is a solution to every problem. Today, we honor the man, his vision, his exceptional leadership and success under extremely adverse circumstances. Let me get to my primary mission in these few minutes. It is to welcome you all to the celebration. First and foremost, we acknowledge the presence of Almighty God, and we thank Him for His unmerited grace and blessings upon all of our lives, and especially on this event. We who are close to him at the Tomar team have organized a celebration to honor him, and as the first welcome, I would like to ask you all to once again please stand and give a warm round of applause as we welcome the man of the hour, Mr. Thomas Mottackal, and his wife, Susan Thomas. Welcome. We also have a group of honored guests here today, and please briefly stand when I call your name so that we may acknowledge you. We would next like to welcome Mr. Martin Eisner, co-founder of Tomar Construction. Welcome, sir. We would also like to welcome Reverend Father V.J. Thomas. Our keynote speaker today is a former New Jersey State Assemblyman and Deputy Speaker and current Commissioner of the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities. Please welcome Honorable Mr. Upendra Shivakula. He is running a few minutes late. Next, from Rockland County Legislature, and Honorable Dr. Annie Paul. Welcome. There are various community leaders present here today from all around the tri-state area and Pennsylvania and other nearby states. Welcome to all of you. From Houston, Texas, we welcome Mr. James Kudal. From Dallas, Texas, we welcome Dr. Shibu Samuel. From the state of Florida, we welcome Mr. Blessing Samuel. From the Consulate General of India Office, New York, Mr. Vijay Krishnan. We have various other leaders from the community present here. We welcome all of you. We would also like to extend our welcome to all of the family, friends, and well-wishers of Thomas Mottackal and the Tomar Group and our own team members. We also have a very special group of individuals here representing our business partners, our vendors, subcontractors, consultants, and other associate companies. We welcome you all. We also welcome our business support group partners, our attorney, Tom DeNoia, our bonding and insurance partner, Michael Cullen, and his family. Everyone here is special to us, and we welcome you all, as we are not able to mention each name in the interest of time. Last but not least, this event is broadcasted on the internet via YouTube for the benefit of friends, family, and business associates across the globe. We welcome all of you that have joined to watch this event via webcast. We welcome you. Welcome once again, and please enjoy the remainder of the event. Thank you.
Thank you. We now invite Mr. Joji Thomas to introduce this event this afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. If anybody doesn't know me, I'm Joji Thomas. I am son of Thomas G Mottackal, and it is my pleasure today to kind of give an introduction to why we are here and why we are celebrating this day. As a son, this is also a tribute to him, so I'm going to try to speak from the heart. I haven't really prepared anything, so I'm just going to try to wing it, so excuse me if I lose track and ramble. However, we are here to honor a man whom I have known all my life, obviously. And this reminds me of a time in my life where I used to walk around the house, wearing his shoes, and obviously they were oversized. I might have been a size 1, and he's a size 8 or 9. And my shoes, my feet never quite fit. And it's applicable today. It's like you're trying to fill the shoes of a man who has crossed continents, taken on different roles in life, and done so many things. And you wonder if you can ever live up to that bar. Because you wonder if you can ever fill those shoes. Because as Raj has so eloquently taken the words out of my mouth, he has, been in the Air Force, done his military service. He has achieved engineering, standards of engineering that have far surpassed what was asked of him. He has completed his duty to society and those around him. He has provided for his family. And he has developed an organization that is different in many ways from those that surround us in society today. In a cutthroat world where it's dog eat dog and you do whatever you can to survive, he has embraced the philosophies of familyhood, friendship, loyalty, trust, and an ability to overcome adversities with the support and strength of many of you here today. And I thank you for that. So Thomas, puts together a lot of sayings over the years in how to run an organization, and that has been specifically a training for me. But things like professional-like qualities, engineer-like qualities, you're not just coming to work every day and do what your daily grind and then leaving. You have to exhibit to those around you that you are entitled to that position of professional or of being an engineer or being a manager. And then he has things like firm, fair, and friendly, which I'm sure many of you have heard. In a society, again, where it's brutal out there, he likes to be firm, but he's also fair. And justice and fairness are paramount to him. And being friendly is also important. You don't just beat down everyone else around you just because you want to get your way. You have to be able to embrace and bring people into your fold so that you can carry on and progress together to success as an entire unit. And it is such things that has brought him this far in life. And we want to celebrate that. And we want to let him know that he is recognized here today. Finally, as a son's personal tribute to him, he has taught me so much in life. There's a sense that, when you're in business and you're a professional the way he has been, he leaves first thing in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. I've seen him leave as early as 4, and then come back at 8, 9, 10 at night just to sleep and get back on the road. And that kind of dedication, he had a purpose and a goal in mind, and the kind of dedication he showed towards that. There were certain sacrifices in life he had to make. He had to sacrifice time with us, and he had to sacrifice a lot of his own hobbies and recreational activities to focus on this goal that he had in mind. And I think at times he makes up for it nowadays, but it's something that he taught me, to be driven and to be dedicated to a cause. And other things like I mentioned, justice and being able to help others. That your goal is not just personal preservation or getting the most profit out of a job or things like that. To help others. Just one quick example before I wrap this up. Most businesses, when someone from within their ranks say, you know what, I want to go strike out on my own. I want to go start my own business. And they're like, they see them immediately as competition and they want to crush them. They want to just roll them under their heels and leave them in the dust. Thomas has never done that. Anyone who has wanted an opportunity to start their own business, he has encouraged entrepreneurship, and we have given subcontracts to many people who have come from within our own ranks. And I'm sure many of you here can attest to that. So that is his dedication to those around him, that he does not see them as competition, he fosters it. He knows that environment needs to happen for our business and our industry to improve. So this is the kind of man he is, and I...
It was the middle of April 1963, and as the morning sun took its place in the skies over the Indian state of Kerala, God's own country as it's called, school children gathered for their daily assembly at the school grounds, mere steps from the banks of the life-giving Pamba River. It was to be a special assembly indeed, because the revered and elderly Martama Bishop had come to address the young crowd. As he began to speak, the children were understandably restless, but one set of ears absorbed nearly every word that was shared. 11-year-old Thomas Mottackal sat amongst his peers and listened intently, and the bishop's concluding words of advice left an indelible impression on him. "Children," he said, "let your today be better than your yesterday." Those words lingered in his heart and would become the driving force that would propel him forward. In the years that followed, Thomas would graduate at the top of his high school class at the age of 15 and go on to study electrical engineering, again graduating ranked number 1, this time for the entire state of Kerala. With numerous job offers to choose from, Thomas sought advice from a relative who advised him to join the Indian Air Force. As a new recruit in the armed forces of a relatively new Indian republic keen on becoming a self-reliant superpower, Thomas and his peers were tasked with the design and upkeep of the electrical systems of aircraft, including the Antonov AN-12, which formed the backbone of India's airlift command. They very quickly became acquainted with the host of challenges that come with certifying such aircraft fit to fly in complex situations and timeframes in locations around the globe. While still in the Air Force in November of 1977, Thomas met and married the love of his life, Susan. Their union occurred as India was coming out of one of its darkest periods post-independence. For nearly 21 months prior, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, in response to allegations of electoral malpractice, had imposed a state of emergency, effectively suspending constitutional rights. It was a period marked by unbridled state incarceration, stifling of dissent, and government crackdown on civil liberties. Amidst reports of frequent human rights violations and the press being censored to a repressive extent, many Indians began to seek opportunities to make their livelihood abroad. Susan received a job offer in Lagos, Nigeria, and Thomas resigned from his post in the Air Force and joined her there soon afterward. Thomas's experience and knowledge landed him a management role at Ocean's Fisheries in Lagos, where he was responsible to ensure seamless fleet operations, including bearing responsibility over the maintenance crews and dock workers that worked on large shipping vessels. Soon thereafter, he took another management position at 7-Up Bottling Company, overseeing bottling and distribution operations for the region. Over the next several years, Thomas progressively took up senior management roles in the company, and in 1994, the family migrated to the United States, where initially Thomas worked with Castle Construction. At Castle, Thomas had his first taste of construction and construction management. In true form, Thomas took to it like a fish to water, and within a few short months, he established himself as a capable project manager. Eager to delve into more complex projects, Thomas joined Diversified Contracting and again poured himself into the work, completing several public work contracts in a short time. At Diversified, Thomas met Martin Eisner, and together in December of 1998, they formed Tomar Construction. The rest, as they say, is history. Tomar's meteoric growth over the past 2 decades is no secret, and Thomas's vision and leadership factors significantly in Tomar establishing itself a global leader in the public works engineering construction space, with offices in the US, Dubai, and India. Thomas is quick to acknowledge the grace of God as the primary reason for his success, but he also attributes much of it to the simple discipline of honest hard work that ensures that the sagely advice he took to heart as a young boy continues to inform his every step. That formula has worked extremely well as both Tomar and Thomas continue to be recognized by global agencies and leaders alike, including the Department of Environmental Protection. Thomas's fruitful career spanning 5 decades is indeed a fulfillment of Scripture. As Proverbs reminds us, "Do you see a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men."
Hope you all enjoyed that video. That we could all learn a little bit about the life and the accomplishments of our guest of honor this day. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Martin Eisner up to say a few words about Thomas. He is Thomas's mentor and co-founder of Tomar Construction.
Well, we got a beautiful crowd, a huge amount of employees here, and leaders, not only that make everything work in Tomar, but I want to tell you little things about Thomas. In 1996, he came to work for me in Diversified Contracting, a company I owned, and he was an engineer hired. And after he worked for 2 weeks, I called him up one night at 9:30 at night, and I said, I need you to do something for me. And he says, I'll do anything. I said, I need you to take some documents to Washington, D.C., and they got to be there by 10 o'clock in the morning. And I had another appointment that was pressing also in New York City. So Thomas gets in his Colt car, and it was an old car, too, that was given to him. And he comes to my house, and he picks up the documents, and I says, well, take my car. He said, oh, my car will make it. I'll just go right down there, no problem. And he did it. And then as he worked for me for several years, I got to know him a lot better. His work ethics and his capabilities. So I decided to, with him, to make another company, which was supposed to be more of a minority company, but since I gave it a lot of work, it couldn't be a minority company. And here we are. Tomar has grown tremendously under his leadership, with very little input from me. He's been doing it once I've left working at the company. He's done a fantastic job. And he's gotten to be so that I consider him my son. And he'll always be. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. That's so sweet. So now, we, Tomar Group of Companies, have something special for Mr. Thomas. For that, I invite Mr. Chad Cameron, General Superintendent of Tomar Construction Group, to please come forward.
Hello. Am I too loud? I've known Mr. Thomas George as I first knew him, and as they went by, about 30 years now, maybe 28 years, when he first came in '94. I was doing work for Castle Construction where he worked, and I've known him ever since. I became an employee of Thomas's in 2000, I think, and I think of words, as well as this is a very great accomplishment, 50 years, I think of words like persistence and perseverance and tenacity, never quitting. There was times in the infancy of this company where things were bleak, and maybe 8 out of 10 people would have folded up shop, but not Thomas. He spent 18 hours if he needed to in the office. I think the reason I'm standing here today is because of his perseverance. And as a representative of our employees, I want to thank you for that. And we love you. And I want you to come up here and take this plaque. So this says, presented to Thomas G Mottackal, in tribute to your monumental achievements over the past 50 years and an appreciation of your tireless leadership and enduring vision that continues to inspire us day after day. Tomar's management team.
Thank you, Chad. But the surprise is not over yet, so I think you have to stay. Today we celebrate his achievements, his hard work, and the camaraderie that he has built over the past 50 years. So we celebrate this event with some sweetness. So we have a cake here. So let's cut the cake. I invite Mrs. Susan Thomas to please join. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause for this great achievement. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
We now ask that Dr. Annie Paul would come up and say a few words.
Good afternoon. I'm so happy and honored to be here today to celebrate our 50th anniversary of Tomar construction. And this 50th anniversary, this is amazing. How our Thomas Mottackal, his dream, how it became a big one now. 50th anniversary, and I really appreciate his service, his dedication, his loyalty towards his profession, his job, and his company. And also his employees, team of employees. They really appreciate Thomas Mottackal's dedication to the service to the company. And how much the Jersey or the state got benefit from his company. Many employments, many tax benefits to the state, and so that's how he gave back to the community. I really appreciate all his service to the community, and he's there wherever we call him. And I saw him with many associations and many organizations. Not only his company, his services extended to the whole community. I really appreciate all his dedication and service to the community. Along with that, as a county legislator, I have a proclamation for him. I will read through. I don't read the whole thing, but I'll read at least half. And they did some research for my office, and they made a big one here. Rockland County, State of New York, Thomas George Mottackal Day, May 7th, 2022. Whereas it is incumbent upon this government body to recognize those individuals who provide invaluable service to our community, thereby providing the quality of life that we have come to expect and appreciate. And whereas Rockland County has long been the home of a large, proud, and thriving Indian American community that enhances and enriches the economic, cultural, and social status of our county. Whereas Thomas Mottackal attended two prestigious academic institutions in India, obtaining his electrical engineering diploma from NSS Polytechnic College in 1971 and his electrical engineering degree from the Institution of Engineers in 1978. And whereas he started his career serving in the Indian Air Force for 11 years before going on to work in Africa for another 11 years in marine maintenance and as a factory manager for the 7-Up Bottling Company before migrating to United States in 1994. Whereas in 1998, Thomas Mottackal proudly founded the Tomar Construction Group, headquartered in the township of East Brunswick, New Jersey, and specializing in the construction of infrastructures, water and wastewater plants, power plants, substations, bridge regulators, exhibition and pavilions, electrical power construction, industrial controls, automation, instrumentation, and data acquisition system in the United States, the United Arab Emirates, and India. Whereas Tomar Construction Group has experienced unprecedented growth over the years and has established itself as an industry leader, providing quality projects with personal attention to every task and detail consequently and consistently, receiving high customer satisfaction. The company has partnered with Mary Martha Construction in India to successfully complete phase 3 of the Tannir Mukham Bund, which has benefited the fishermen community in Kerala and in the process of building a wastewater treatment plant in Kochi. Whereas as founder and CEO of Tomar Construction Group, Thomas Mottackal delights in undertaking significant plans of action to serve the community as a whole, as well as the Malayali community, by employing several Keralites in the United States and other counties, and offering paid training and employment in various young engineers at its engineering center in Cochin. Whereas it is fitting in this legislative body, joined with many family, friends, colleagues, and many members of the Indian American community in recognizing Thomas Mottackal and his accomplishment as he celebrates 50 years of remarkable career. So now, therefore, I myself and the chairman, Jay Hood, county legislator, takes this occasion to proudly proclaim today as Thomas George Mottackal Day. Congratulations on your great achievement, and it is my honor to present this to you.
Thank you. We now invite the Honorable James Kudal, WMC Global Treasurer, to the stage.
Mr. Mottackal, Madam Mottackal, and entire family, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today we gathered here to the golden jubilee of a successful businessman, Mr. Mottackal, who celebrated his professional life with his family and friends and colleagues. Mr. Thomas Mottackal is the President and CEO of Tomar Construction Group. 50 years ago, at 1972, he started his professional career in the Indian Air Force. He completed his high school at the age of 15, and he got his diploma in electrical engineering in 1971. with the first rank from NSS Polytechnic College. With God's grace, I also got a chance to study at the same institution in 1987 with the same subject. As a former student and entire fraternity, sir, I am saluting you. You are the real role model for us. Today I am standing here on behalf of World Malayali Council Global Executive Committee to say we are so proud of you. Mr. Thomas Mottackal served as Global Vice President and Chairman of 2018 Global Conference of WMC Biennial Conference, and also is the current Chairman of WMC America Region Business Forum. On behalf of the WMC Global Committee, I would like to congratulate Mr. Thomas Mottackal for your golden jubilee of a great professional career. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We now invite the Honorable Michael Cullinan to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just gotta get my glasses, getting to that age. The definition of construction: the process, art, or manner of building something. Genius is the word I would use to describe what Thomas George has constructed in his 50-year career. I am honored and blessed to stand here before you to recognize one of the great men in construction. From less than nothing, 21 years ago when I met Thomas George, he has built an amazing family of construction professionals, bound together through his leadership, perseverance, and determination. Inspired by God, Tomar Construction has defied the critics, its enemies, and the doubters to become a force of excellence, building the most complex of projects in the most treacherous construction environment in this country. All of this comes from Thomas's incredible vision, drive, and most importantly, his boundless love. Thomas is a man that always stops in the face of adversity and puts love as his guiding principle. I have been in many difficult situations with Thomas where we were navigating scary and confusing challenges that would often lead me to want to fight. But Thomas, with his calm and gentle manner, would tell me a story that would usually be purely philosophical and, of course, would take a few hours. And it would seem to have nothing to do with what we were managing. But by the end, when he would bring me back to his final point, it would always open my eyes, enlighten me, and I would finally understand that with love, compassion, and of course, meekness, we could proceed without fighting and still achieve our goal, while being an example of what God would want us to be here in this world. Thomas has built a family of talented and wonderful people, all united under the banner of Tomar. And he has also shaped me as my true friend into the man that I have become. Thomas, my family and I, and everyone in this room are blessed to be a part of your life's construction. May God bless you with another 50 years of building excellence. And with God's permission, I will be by your side the entire way. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. We now ask that the Honorable Tom DeNoia come to the stage.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tom DeNoia. I know some of you know me. I am been with Tom for many years. We met back, I think, in the hallways of the courthouse in Hudson County many, many years ago when he was the project manager at Diversified. We worked well together.
Thank you, Tom. Thomas, you can please take your seat. Now I invite our honorable chief guest, Mr. Ubendra Shivukula, Commissioner of the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities, to please come forward and speak a few words.
Values and a business model. We learned that Tomar Group is like a family. They built that deep from their heart, putting their blood and sweat into it with exclusively one purpose, that is to make, grow, and flourish. I take this privilege to announce that Mr. Mottackal is one of our Hall of Fame award winners, and the prestigious award will be given at our 10th anniversary celebration, which will be held in Houston on September 11th, 2022. On behalf of our Honorable President, Mr. Gigi Oliken, executive team, and our board of directors, I wish you all the success for many more years to come and hope to continue our friendship. With that, I would like to present this memento to Mr. Thomas Mottackal.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin to open lunch now. If you would please remain in your seats until the maitre d' comes around and dismisses your table, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Next, we invite Mr. Koshi Thomas, representing American Multi-Ethnic Coalition USA, to honor Thomas and speak a few words.
My dear brother, Mr. Thomas Mottackal, my sister, Susan Mama, his family, co-founder, his tireless staffs working 24/7 and made this company to reach to the highest level, friends, family, associations, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, of course, elected officials, Dr. Annie Paul, Mr. Shivukula, also Mr. Vijay Krishnan from Consulate, and most of you, all of you, we all are dignitaries in the presence. Of course, God first, second, with this motivation and energy we are getting from Mr. Mottackal. Recollecting his experience, I don't want to repeat what was said here, but I have picked up a couple of very prime life incidents happened in his life. In 72 I think in 72, just pray, put a cross on your face, or, read or memorize that, repeat that Bible verses. So his mom gave him a Bible verse, and that gave him the best courage to face that toughest exam. And in that exam, he scored the first class or the distinction. And he was the #1 student scored from the whole class who wrote. Out of 25 or something, only 7 or 8 got the class. And out of all that, he was the #1. So that the brain set, the memory power, the Bible verses, any religious words, if you memorize, that improves your memory. If your memory is increased, that gives you the ability to do anything. The same thing, his incident in Bible school, his bishop taught him a verse or wordings or a phrase. He said, do something better than yesterday. And I know even today, he is telling to his staffs in every meeting, do something better than yesterday. That's his basic, philosophy of bringing all these things so successfully. Now he is only the brain, but the team is doing the best. I got an opportunity to meet some of them, very energetic, knowledgeable, dedicated staff. That's what it is. When you have a business, your family, then your business. The business family takes you to any level. I know he's going to flourish. I know he's going to, make more records. And now he's in the process of giving back. Whatever he got, he is giving back. And I am a personal witness. He has given some help to me. I have to be a witness. The energy and the courage. Anybody, I know most of you have experience. You talk to him. Any crisis, any problems, you discuss with him. He gives you the solution, and from that solution, he will say, do this, and if you do that, it will be a success. When I was a candidate for city council, of course, a lot of my friends, family came up and said, Koshi, do this. Along with that, my brother, Mr. Mottackal, said, Koshi, just go for it. Just go for it. And I did. I did not win the election, but that courage he gave me, it took me to a level, and today I can communicate to anybody. That's what it is. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. What we're going to do is, as an elected official, you're going to bring back to the community whatever. Today, I can do at least half of it. That energy and the courage was given to me from him, so I'm really honored in presenting a small memento. This is actually from two of my associations. We have an association which is American Multi-Ethnic Coalition, and I am also part of WMC. So let me read this. Congratulations on 50 years of business achievement of Mrs. and Mr. Thomas Mottackal. I put Mrs. first because without home support, nothing will happen. And I heard him saying so many times, Susi പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ ചെയ്തിരിക്കും. So I see the courage coming from the energy. So Mrs. and Mr. Thomas Mottackal, successful entrepreneur and philanthropist. The Tomar Construction Group and staff, appreciation and best wishes from Dr. Vijay Prabhakar, Koshio Thomas, Matukuti Isho, and members of American Multi-Ethnic Coalition USA and World Malayali Council friends. I'm really honored to give this to this honorable person. It is my memorable honorable day event. Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity. And we wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, I invite Mr. Thangamani Aravindan, President, World Malayali Council, American Region, to please come forward.
So I'm honored to be here to celebrate Sri Thomas Mottackal's 50 years service celebration day along with my family and my dear friends. I worked with him closely in the World Malayali Council since 2012, and working with him is a challenge and enjoyable. His contribution to World Malayali Council is commendable. He served as World Malayali Council Global Vice Chair, 2018 Global Conference Chairman, and presently World Malayali Council America Regional Business Forum President. Your achievement is a proud moment for all of us, sir. Along with this achievement, I do appreciate Mrs. Susan Thomas, his wife, and his son, Joji Thomas, for their support in his wonderful journey. So on behalf of World Malayali Council, America Region, and New Jersey Province, I would like to present this token of appreciation to Mr. Thomas Mottackal. Please, Jinesh Thambi and Gobinathan, please come on the stage.
Thank you, everyone. Next, I invite Mr. David Browdy from Browdy Precision Company to please come forward to honor Thomas and give us a few words.
Good afternoon. We are all here to commemorate a really great man. A man that I have known for almost 3 decades. That is a real pleasure to honor today. He has not only been a great friend, he's been a mentor, he has been blessed by God. He is a very religious man. He is a courageous man. He is a man of integrity and perseverance. And I am honored to honor him on behalf of my company, Browdy Precision. I was introduced to Thomas by his partner, Marty, I believe in the 1990s. I believe the first job that we did together was in Fort Wadsworth, if I'm not mistaken. We've been a dedicated HVAC supplier to Thomas and his family and his associates and his employees for years. But it's much more than just a supplier, vendor, contractor relationship. Thomas is like family to me. I truly respect him. I respect his integrity. I respect his dedication. I respect his family. And I respect what he stands for. So it's my honor today, on this 50th year commemorative moment of accomplishments from my friend, my dear friend, Thomas Mottackal. I present him with this award for 50 years of dedication to the community and his timeless work and dedication to his family, his love, and God. God bless you, Thomas.
Thank you, Dave. Next, I invite Shalu Punus, Vice President, and Bobby Monaconel, President of OICC USA National Committee, to honor Thomas, and Santosh Abraham, Treasurer, and Thomas Chandy. Okay.
We wish you all the very best to Thomas Mottackal uncle. So you can continue his journey another 25 more years. Thank you very much. We're going to give the plaque to OICC, Thomas Mottackal honoring 50 years of professional career, OICC USA National Committee, James Kodal Chairman, Santosh Abraham Treasurer, Shalu Punnus Vice President, Baby Manakundal President, Jimon Rani General Secretary, May 7, 2022.
Thank you all. Next, we have a small video presentation from Merimada Construction Group, Kerala. And we have Stefina Sabu representing Merimada Group here. So let's all have our eyes on the video.
Hi dear Thomas, happy 15th anniversary. Praying for achieving more and more goals in your career. May God bless you for inspiring others more and more and a most glamorous future in your career. Thank you.
Hi Mr. Thomas, congrats on this huge milestone. It was an honor and pleasure to be a part of your journey. May Almighty shower His blessings for a prosperous future. Good luck.
Dear Thomas Achai, congratulations on your Golden Jubilee celebrations of your professional career. It's been more than 10 years since we met. Our relationship has been grown beyond a business partner or friendship to a family. You are a big motivation and legend. We believe you and your family is a great gift from the God. God bless you to achieve more and more in your life. All the best. Thank you.
Years, and also a reason to look forward to the future with hope and pride. I would like to wish Mr. Thomas and everyone associated with Thomas Group, all their staff, employees, everyone, a life full of joy and happiness, good health. Thank you.
Thank you. If everyone could just try to remain silent as you're getting your food so that we can make sure that everyone who is speaking gets the same honor. We now invite Mr. Thomas. Okay. We have.
Good afternoon to everyone. I do not know what to say. In 2016, January, when I had this cardiac issue, and as I was recovering, we were just talking, and then I said I have only one regret. That one regret was that I could not work continuously for 50 years. It was just a wish. Now, today we are here, that we are getting together to mark that. Thank you very much for coming. I just wanted to remind one or two things right now. I really appreciate Dr. Annie Paul for bringing that proclamation, because I started in America on June 7, 1994 in Rockland County. From JFK Airport through Queensbridge, I wound up in Rockland County at Dr. Rao and Manjit Rao's house. That's where I spent the first night and many nights later. And now I wound up back in Rockland County because Rockland County was kind enough to award the first project in Rockland County to us, a $16 million infrastructure development project. So thank you, Dr. Annie Paul, for the trust and faith and confidence in our team. In our company, we do not have employees or employers. We are just one team. We call team. In every of our emails and addressing, we address team. The word employee is not so much in our dictionary. But for today, I am grateful to many people, even starting from Dr. Rao. And to talk about the career, 1972 April, I started working in Indian Air Force, and I have Air Commodore Marwa here. So he may be able to let you know how Indian Air Force life was. And that's where I started. And the Air Force not only gave me work, money, and also education. I remember gratefully Flight Lieutenant Ahuja, who encouraged me to continue my education and finish my degree, which has happened. So from there, I went to Africa for some years and then come to America. And thank you, America, for helping me to come to this, where we are. I thank all the people who has honored me with their mementos, awards. Thank you very much. Malayali Council, Chamber of Commerce, Multi-Ethnic Alliance, Indian Overseas Congress, and every other organization who is represented here, and also the media. I have many of the media friends here, George Joseph and many other people, Mahesh, few other people. And also I'm grateful to Vedra Shukla, who is BPU Commissioner. And thank you all for coming. Thank you all for this love. Thank you all for this help. Thank you, my team. As a team, we had been successful. That's what I can say. Thank you.
We now ask that Mr. Gladson Samuel come to the stage to present the first annual Thomas G Mottackal Service to Humanity Award.
Right. Good afternoon. It is my honor. Yeah, if I'm talking loud enough where everyone's getting quiet. That's good. It's my honor today to present a very special award in honor of Thomas's 50-year career. Many of you know last year on September 1st, New Jersey experienced a flood so crazy from Hurricane Ida from when it hit in Louisiana, and many people expected Louisiana to take the brunt of it, but New Jersey and New York actually took the brunt of it. New Jersey and New York, actually, more people died here than anywhere else. And I'm going to ask the Matthew family to please come up. Bino, Anna, Jaren, and Dia to come up. On that particular day, no one expected the rains to overwhelm New Jersey as it did. And this particular family, dear to our hearts, Bino actually works with me. He's one of my associates. And he was working late that night, and when I was leaving the office, I said, Bino, you should get going too. The rain looks pretty bad, but he had an important assignment that he had to deliver the next day, so he was still there working, but his family was at church that evening. And to continue what exactly happened from an eyewitness account, I'll ask Dia to say those words before we continue with this award.
If we could please just make sure everybody's quiet and paying attention for this great honor.
Good afternoon, everyone. My mom, my brother, and I were heading home from our church after an evening mass at around 8 p.m. on Wednesday, September 1st, 2021, when our car got trapped in high currents and flash floods resulting from the rain Hurricane Ida brought to the region. We come to a stop and thought about turning back, but when my mom tried to accelerate, the car wasn't moving. Realizing that the car was about to turn off, we quickly opened the windows, and shortly thereafter, the battery completely died, and water started to fill our car. Helpless in pitch darkness and in heavy rain, we tried to call 911 with no response. So I had no choice but to put my head out the window and scream for help, even though there was no one around. My brother also started to do the same as I kept calling 911. We also called my dad, and hearing that we were trapped, he left work to try and get to us. A few cars came by, but when they saw the water level, they turned around and went the other way. As all hope of being rescued faded, we saw a gentleman approaching the vehicle, wading in over waist-deep water with the help of a walking stick. He flagged down a large truck that was passing by to come and pull up against our vehicle, at which point we were able to climb out the car windows and into the truck. The truck dropped us off at the gentleman's home nearby, where the family graciously took us in, gave us towels, and offered us food, snacks, and coffee. Because of the widespread flooding, my dad was only able to reach the house by 5 a.m. the next day, over 8 hours after he set off to reach us. As we waited for our dad, the gentleman was introduced to us as Mr. Luis Arroyo, and that he just happened to open his doors in the middle of the rain, which was when he heard our cries for help. Even though Mr. Arroyo was 67 years old, didn't know how to swim, and didn't know who we were, he took no second thought for his own safety, but set out to save us, and save us he did. I later came to understand that all the people that got trapped in the floodwaters that night faced far worse fates, and most people lost their lives. Our family is eternally grateful for Mr. Arroyo and his selfless act of courage, and stand proudly with Tomar Construction in honoring him today. Thank you.
I'll ask Mr. Chivakula also to come up on stage to join Thomas, and I'll call Mr. Luis Arroyo to come up on stage also with us. As you heard, 67-year-old Luis Arroyo, with no thought to his own life, waded out into waist-deep water. He did not know how to swim. He did not know the family, but he came out of his own selflessness and saved these beautiful children and Bino's lovely wife from what would have been sure destruction. So this is the first annual Thomas G Mottackal Service to Humanity Award, presented to Luis Arroyo this 7th day of May 2022 in honor of your heroic acts of bravery and selfless compassion in rushing to the aid of your fellow man at great personal risk to your own life.
We can't do this until I know you already heard what it is. Please pay attention. This is something that I have never witnessed in my life. On that day of flood, you know that any person who was caught in that current was taken away, was washed away. I don't know how many of them saved themselves. But here, this family in a car, getting filled with water very fast, caught in it, and supposed to be flown away. And we know many other stories which I don't want to mention here, but this was an amazing act a man who did not know how to swim, with nothing to hold on to, daring to come into this water, never knew a word of English. Somehow coming and hearing the cry of these kids in the pouring rain. Who can hear somebody's crying? And his house is how many feet away from there?
100 feet.
About 100 feet. When I heard the story, we always think about the stories where we have a tragedy. If one of these three people who are standing here, if one of the lives were lost, we should have made a lot of news about it. But these three people today, along with their father, husband, standing here alive, just because of the grace of God and this man. Thank you, sir. Thank you on behalf of the family. Thank you on behalf of the company. And we thank you on behalf of New Jersey. So, Pastor Paul, can you please come up on the stage, please, if you are not eating? Pastor Paul. It's okay, I think he's eating it. All right, so I take this privilege. Okay, you're here. You want to say something about maybe Spanish?
Good afternoon. What a privilege to be here today and to honor this great family that has been friends of mine for many, many years, has stood behind us, has supported us in whatever work that we do as we continue to wage war against drugs and alcohol in this country. And we just thank you for all of your help. And this family has always been here and has always taken time. And so I want to congratulate you. Your 50th year is the year of Jubilee. It's a time of celebration for all of your hard work and all of your effort. And so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Recognize your award. It's our first annual Service of Humanity Award presented to Luis Arreo the 7th day of May, 2022 in honor of your heroic acts, bravery, selfless compassion, rushing to the aid of your fellow man, and great personal risk to your own life. We dedicate this to you. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Come on, big fella.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Gracias. Gusto.
Thank you, everyone. So next we have our employee awards. For that, I invite Mr. Damian Dodzinski from Tomar Construction Group to announce our various employee awards.
Welcome, everyone. I'd like to call the following people to the stage for the receiving of their awards. Mike Colnan, please come to the stage. Mike Roge, Shaji George. Shaji George, please come to the stage. Mike Roge, Aben Josi, Steve Rojewski, John Oblachinsky, John Matthew, Evan Thomas, Beno Matthew. Please come to the stage.
John, yes, yeah.
So first, we would like to present this award, Partner in Progress, to Mike Cullen.
I met Mike about 22 years ago, and actually today one of the major pillars of Tomar had been him. He supported us in terms of surety, and his creative activities on our bonding program is what has made us to succeed in many ways. Thank you very much, Mike, and to give you this award. Thanks.
Next, we would like to present Subcontractor of the Year 2021 award to Mike Crouch from Allstate Painting.
Mike, I did not interact with you a lot, but every project manager who worked with you, they all brought one name up for this award. That was your name. Thank you very much for cooperating with us. Thank you very much for all the support. And your integrity is more valued more than your work. Thank you.
Next, we'd like to present a Performance Award for the year 2021 to Saji George.
Shaji is the unsung hero of our company. Thank you, Shaji.
Next, we'd like to present Engineer of the Year 2021 award to Abin Joshi.
I'm really surprised how he got off to come here and take this award today, because normally he's sleeping at his work.
Next, I'd like to call Georgie Thomas to the stage to present the awards for Thomas Controls. Would like to present the award for Best Vendor 2021 to Graybar John Oblachinsky.
Thank you.
John, I don't think we've personally met, but Graybar has been a vendor for us for many years now, completing successful projects such as PVSE and Plumstead. So we thank you for your support, and we thank you for your partnership in these projects, and look forward to a bright future for both of us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Very nice.
Next, I'd like to present, I'd like to call him to the stage, Best Subcontractor 2021 to SRS John LC, John Matthew.
Yeah, John Matthew was unable to attend, but his wife, Reggie Matthew, will be accepting the award on his behalf. John has been with us from the inception of Tomar and TCI in various capacities, and he is one of the internal guys who has struck out on his own, and he has been supporting us, and we support him, and we value this partnership, and the Best Subcontractor Award of the Year for John.
Next, I'd like to present the award for Engineer of the Year 2021 of Thomas Controls to Eben Thomas.
What can I say about Eben? Eben came to us quite a few years ago, and very green, and since then he has matured into quite an engineer, handled multiple projects successfully, might I add. And so Eben is always approachable, always dedicated. You can call him anytime, day or night. I don't know if that's going to be true anymore in a few months because he got married and he's about to have a baby. So, but we'll cut him some slack for maybe a year or two. But regardless, we thank you for your service. Eben, Engineer of the Year 2021.
Next, I'd like to present the Employee of the Year award to Matthew.
Bino needs no introduction. Bino works as a panel engineer in our panel shop, putting together a lot of complex panels. And if you have to understand that work, it's basically reading diagrams and hunched over a panel for hours, interconnecting wiring, testing, and it's a lot of tedious work day in and day out. But it's the support of people like Bino that keeps this company moving forward. Thank you very much, Bino, Employee of the Year.
We're
He's leading, so call the report.
Next, I would like to invite Mr. Dilip Varghese to please come forward and speak a few words. Thank you, Mr. Dilip. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Rao to please come forward and do a felicitation speech.
Good afternoon. For those people who don't know, my name is Dr. Rao. I am the neurosurgeon working in Nigeria by the time Thomas came to Nigeria. So I don't want to take much time because already a lot of people were speaking. So I would like to just briefly say a few words about my friend Thomas. So it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for this special occasion of my dear friend Thomas George 50th service celebration. Martin Luther once said, "There is none more lovely, friendly and charming relationship, communion and company than a good friendship." It's amazing how one day someone walks into your life and becomes a part of you and your family. I know Mr. Thomas since 1983 when he came to Nigeria about 40 years ago. I was a practicing surgical specialist and neurosurgeon, and his wife Susan Thomas was working in our hospital. And since he came to Nigeria, I noticed him as a hardworking, goal-oriented, and extremely bright young man. He never wavered in his quest for higher achievement. He believed in great scientist Thomas Alva Edison, who said genius is 99% perspiration and only 1% inspiration. He is very hardworking and very dedicated and goal-oriented person, and very much progressed so fast in Nigeria while working in different companies. And when his special qualities were accompanied with his prayerful and dedicated, God-loving wife Susan, who always believed in the Bible verse in Romans 8:31, which says, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" So Thomas reached to this triumphant stage in combination of God's blessing as well as hard work. At this juncture, I had to also say a few words about my wife Manjit, who recognized Thomas' hard work and his contribution to the amazing success journey in life. It's unfortunate that she's not here, otherwise she should have been very happy to see Thomas in his position of great achievement. So when Thomas came to Nigeria, she immediately recognized his special qualities, and she's a driving force in most of his critical stages and decisions in his life. Now, we know that his elder son, Joji, who was standing here before, is very simple, quiet, and very affectionate man. He is blessed with a prayerful, pleasant wife, Jessie, and 2 granddaughters. The younger son, Ashish, now is well settled in India with a charming wife and adorable grandson. Our families will always be together to cherish the friendship and enjoy the retired life together. I wish Thomas a long, prosperous, healthy life ahead. And I conclude saying that friendship is true, strong, kind, binding, and can heal and nourish. God bless you both.
Thank you, Dr. Rao.
Excuse me, everybody. I do understand and appreciate the need for people to socialize. We will be completing, excuse me. Thank you. I do understand and appreciate the need for people to socialize, but I would please request that we give the person at the front some respect until they're done. We will be wrapping up shortly, and there will be time to socialize immediately afterwards. So please, I request that we keep the conversations to a minimum as possible and just give a little bit of attention till this is wrapped up. We'll be wrapping up soon. Thank you very much.
I will sing a song. This song is dedicated to my dear friend Thomas, and this is in a Hindi song, but the meaning of it is that the achievement which you do today, it will not be tomorrow, so make it as a last day to enjoy your life every day. हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी, चाव है कभी कभी है धूप जिंदगी, हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो, जो है समा कल हो न हो, हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी, चाव है कभी कभी है धूप जिंदगी, हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो, जो है समा कल हो न हो।
चाहे जो तुम्हें पूरे दिल से मिलता है वो मुश्किल से, ऐसा जो कोई कहीं है बस वही सबसे हंसी है। उस हाथ को तुम थाम लो ओ मेहरबान, कल हो न हो हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो, जो है समा कल हो न हो। पलकों के लिए साए पास कोई जो आए, लाख संभालो पागल दिल को, दिल धड़के ही जाए। पर सोच लो इस पल है जो वो दास्तां कल हो न हो। हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी, छाँव है कभी कभी है धूप जिंदगी। हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो, जो है समा कल हो न हो। हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो, जो है समा कल हो न हो।
Thank you so much, Dr. Rao. That was amazing. I would like to remind you all that there is a raffle ticket, and everyone, I hope everyone have taken that. We have 5 amazing gifts waiting for you guys. So if you have not done so far, please take the raffle tickets and don't leave early. We'll be announcing the winners soon. Next, I would like to invite Air Commodore Mr. Marwa to please come forward and do a felicitation speech.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Air Commodore Marwa from Indian Air Force. I flew bombers and reconnaissance missions for about 32 years with Indian Air Force before retiring in 1997 after commanding Air Force Academy, and thereafter I served US Postal Service for about 18 years in the customer service. My association with Thomas is that he is my colleague from Indian Air Force. You heard about him a lot, his qualities, but I think his grooming was done in Indian Air Force when he joined as a cadet a 19-year-old cadet who was shown the path to lead his life in this world, good leadership qualities. He was groomed into a good leader, good manager, good professional, and also credit goes to him that in spite of his very strenuous routine, first 11 years of his life when he was in the Air Force, he studied hard and earned his degree of electric engineer. And after achieving his degree, he left Air Force. It was a big loss for the Air Force, but I think a big gain for Tomar Construction and other institutions. Now, everyone says, there's a good saying that behind every successful man there is a woman. So the source or the lady behind all this is Miss Susan, and I want everyone to give a big hand to Susan Mottackal, please. I only want to say that Thomas is a very good person. He's a thorough gentleman, and lastly, a very good human being. May God bless him with good, healthy life, and he lead the people, Tomar Construction, in the very best manner. Congratulations to him and his family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Marwa. I request everyone to please be seated and please remain silent. Can you all please go back to your seats, please? Now I invite Honorable Dr. Annie Paul Koshi and Mr. Shivkula to please come to the stage. They have a special announcement for Mr. Thomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the prime time of the day. We all have assembled here to appreciate, to honor, and to continue with our efforts what he is doing. We are, at least some of us, are trying to follow, get him as the role model. So when you look at somebody as a role model, we're going to evaluate and see what all he has done. He's not just a business person, he's a philanthropist too. Wherever anything needed, he finds out, or if he gets a message, he comes out and he does what he has to be done, very silently. He never, even now, look at him. Do you think he's
many lives? I think I would like to let him be known as a business mogul of our community. Thank you.
As I want all of you to join to declare the name for him as Indian community's business mogul, Thomas Mottackal. I want all of you raise and clap your hands, all that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations for your new designation.
I think we are making two mistakes here. Of course, she says I don't speak. If I speak, I don't stop. That's why I do not want to start. So, and second, this title, I think there are many other people who are more eligible than I am for that. I just did my little ways of doing things and everything. Whatever happened in our life, many times people ask me, how did you do this? And I cannot really give them an answer because everything is organic. Whatever happened in our life is all just happened automatically and there is nothing special that we have done. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate your thought. I accept that, although I'm not going to write it anywhere like that. Thank you.
So we're proud of you and your service. Yeah. Come to this side.
James, can you come here, please?
I'm going to borrow Thomas. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Come on.
Thank you so much.
Next, I invite Mr. Blessing Samuel from WMC to please come forward and give a felicitation speech. Mr. Blessing Samuel. Okay, so now we are moving to the next event.
Thank you to everyone who's spoken today. I'm so glad we could all be here to honor Thomas Mottackal today. As we're all here celebrating and having a wonderful get-together in honor of him, we also wanted to do something to help others. Today, we're also going to be raising money to buy motorcycle helmets for those in Haiti. We have a ministry that we're going to support, Thy Will Ministries. There's going to be some facts about motorcycles in Haiti on the screen, but essentially, to summarize it for you, 99% of people in Haiti, their transportation is motorcycles. I personally have been going to Haiti for 10 years. I have seen less than 10 motorcycle helmets on people the entire time that I've been there. So it's definitely a need. In the church that we have in Haiti, within the past 3 or 4 months, we've had 5 to 6 people have life-threatening injuries or die from motorcycle accidents. So it's something that we would like to raise money to be able to purchase motorcycle helmets for people in rural communities there today. So in Haiti, a lot of people make not a lot of money. They usually make around $1 a day. A motorcycle helmet is about $35 to $40, meaning that if you have a family of 5, it would cost you almost half a year's salary just to buy motorcycle helmets to protect your family. So it's definitely a huge need right now that we can come together today and continue to save lives. So we're asking today if anybody would like to donate. We're accepting donations for that. We also have some paper up here if you'd like to make a pledge. If you don't have money with you today, you can leave your contact information and we'll contact you about that. And if you have any questions, you can certainly let us know. We also have a photo of what some of the streets look like. So you'll see there's a photo of a motorcycle with about 100 chickens also on it. There's also a picture of what the streets usually look like, just extremely congested with motorcycles. So you can see that it's definitely a big issue there. I personally have seen some crazy things on motorcycles. People have washing machines and refrigerators, and it's definitely just a huge need to be able to give those people some protection. Yes. Thank you. So whatever money we raise today, Albert just said that Tomar will match those funds. So if anybody is interested in donating, you can come forward. Maria has a piece of paper. You can write your name and contact information and the amount, and we will contact you to be able to do that. Thank you. We also are going to be announcing the winners of the raffle shortly, so make sure that you have your raffle tickets ready.